is basically a biohacking clip. Every shred of information we put on this channel is brought to you by a couple products. Number one, we have a stack, a nootropic stack. It is called Cortex, powerful pre-made stack, motivation, mental energy, verbal fluency. Right now, $33 at the website. If you need a discount, totally fine. Coupon code 5, F-I-V-E at the website, $28 a bottle. And if you want to buy a bottle for $25, you can do that too. You just got to buy two. That is the Cortex Double Stack. Very popular product. Get that at livecortex.com. If you need my help on stack formulation, tailored custom stack formulation, and then subsequent kind of working with you to zero in those stacks, so that you can get 5-6 stacks on a schedule that work well for you pretty quickly, get the Nootropics consulting service. If you are new to nootropics, buy Smarter, Better, Faster. It will save you 2 years of research and experimentation on your own. I wrote it for new people, or the Nootropics Starter Pack, which is Smarter, Better, Faster plus Cortex. And if you are looking to shed fat, if you are looking to wake up feeling motivated, feeling energized, if you're looking to get your sex drive back, your libido back, if you're looking to feel masculine again, you got to boost testosterone. There's only one way to do all of those things, and it's boosting testosterone. I've been working on it for a long time. I doubled mine. We're working on other people right now. We're getting results. Look, we got a protocol for it. It's called the Viking Testosterone Protocol. You have to make sure your test is not lowering, and you also have to jumpstart production via enzymes that produce testosterone. We know how to do it. Get that at livecortex.com. Okay, so we're going to talk about hangovers a little bit, and kind of just like the body's response to hangovers and sleep deficits and things of this nature. Folks, over the course of the many years we've been doing content on nootropics and biohacking, have asked about that. Is there a way to blunt a hangover? Is there a way to get over a hangover quickly, etc.? I'll talk about that briefly, but really the main point I want to talk about is how the better position your body is in, right? So the more healthy you are, and there's things you can do, to get there, the less of a hangover you will have. Same is true for sleep deficits. The better position your body is in, meaning you got all the micronutrients, you got all the macronutrients, things are firing on all cylinders. Hormonal function, to include testosterone, thyroid hormone, adrenal hormones, they're all functioning correctly. I mean, you can get away with sleep deficits, not for very long, not for consecutive days, and feel good. You will respond better to these things when your body is in a good place. So let me just break down a story for you. A lot of you guys know that I had adrenal fatigue, characterized by blood labs that demonstrated that antidiuretic hormone, aldosterone, and cortisol were below the reference ranges. One of them's like right at the lowest side of the reference range. Doctors, they're like, oh, it's normal, right? It's low, doc. So I had documented adrenal fatigue. There's a little bit of controversy there because people go, well, the adrenals can't get fatigued. And that's true. The organ doesn't, the adrenal cortex does not get fatigued. I mean, how can it? Basically, you get the fatigue from electrolyte imbalance and fluid imbalance, because those hormones largely regulate fluid imbalance. There's no amount of salt that you can eat that'll help it. You'll just pee it right out because you don't have enough antidiuretic hormone, and your kidney is not regulating how much salt and water to retain. Anyway, I had adrenal fatigue. I had it for a while, and in the worst of it, I would not only have hangovers, after like a couple drinks, 4 glasses of wine the next day, but I would have seeming hangovers and just sort of the hangover-esque feeling within a couple hours of drinking, sometimes like within an hour of drinking. That's how I knew my body wasn't healthy. So I had to back off of that. I had to work on the adrenal system hardcore for a while. There's a protocol that we have for that. In fact, we should just create a product of it. Right now we have a chronic fatigue syndrome product. It's a service, it's a consulting service, and then a protocol. But a lot of chronic fatigue syndrome is basically adrenal malfunction, sometimes thyroid malfunction, sometimes Epstein-Barr virus, a bunch of different things. But the protocol is you got to amp cortisol up. We're talking about a whole bunch of different things. You do that with licorice root, you need a B complex, you need thorn adrenal cortex, 5 grams vitamin C, a couple other things for that protocol. But having fixed that, and that's characterized by or measured by increases in aldosterone, antidiuretic hormone, and cortisol production, all of which I went and had tested at the lab. And then my energy subsequently was so much better. What I realized is that not only did I not feel tired and hangover like after a couple drinks a couple hours later, but I could drink a substantial more amount of alcohol and then wake up the next day, so long as I slept at least 7 hours, and basically feel like I didn't drink the next day, which is insane. So let me just give you another quick example, and then we'll end the video. I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been in my life at this point. I'm 35. I've got high testosterone. You know, my adrenal hormones are where they need to be. Thyroid hormones are where they need to be. My micronutrient intake and my macronutrient intake meets my energy expenditure and my dietary needs. And I'm sleeping well, right? So all of that stuff is what makes me healthy. Just this last weekend, me and my girlfriend went out for the day. It was Sunday. And we started drinking at like 1:30, somewhere around 1:30 p.m. We rode our bikes to this brewery, and, you know, I had a couple glasses of wine. Then we made a day out of it. We rode our bikes to another place that had some live music. We got there probably around 3 or something, and I had 3 more drinks. At this point, I'm 5 drinks in. This is, you know, good quality red wine. Thereafter, we were so hungry because we had exercised a lot the day, so we burned all these calories, needed all the calories back in. We went to get Indian food, to eat at a place that has Indian food. One of the best places in probably Pennsylvania, man. It's in eastern Pennsylvania, in a city called Easton, called Tandoor Grill, for those of you that might be local or go to the area. You got to go there. And going there, we bought another bottle of wine, a big bottle of Malbec. Which, by the way, if you're going to drink red wine, drink Malbec. And drank that whole bottle over dinner. So cumulatively over the day, from like 1:30 to probably about, I want to say like 8:30, 8:45, I drank a total of 9 glasses of wine. Okay, 9. That's hangover stuff right there. I mean, that's stuff that should make you feel like crap the next day. Now, granted, we stopped drinking at 9 p.m. Or no, you know what? We didn't. We went back to my chick's house, we watched a movie, and had another glass of wine. So we're probably talking about 9.5, 10, depending on the pour, whatever. Let's just call it 9. And stopped drinking around 9:30 p.m. Then we were up till probably about 11 or something, 11:30. I probably fell asleep right around, you know, just like close to midnight. Slept till 8:30 a.m. the next morning. Woke up, no trace of a hangover. No trace of feeling tired. No trace of feeling fatigued from the alcohol consumption. Now, granted, I also woke up and took some licorice root, which boosts cortisol. You want that in the morning, and took a B complex, which just like regulates brain energy and gives you energy right away. It's the best thing to take in the morning. A B complex, just like, you know, hands down. And I felt awesome. So what is the main takeaway, right? The stronger your body is, the more resilient it is to things. Dave Asprey talks a lot about this, and I'm not a huge fan of his. I am with nootropics and some other stuff. I think he's just too much fat and all that stuff. But that's one of the things that he talks about, resiliency. The healthier you are, the more resilient you are to hangovers. The healthier you are, the more resilient you are to sleep deficits. The healthier you are, the more resilient you are to heavy workouts. All of that stuff. So what should the goal be, right? The goal should just be all the stuff that I kind of said. Micronutrient profile, critical. Vitamin D, critical. Macronutrient intake for your energy expenditure, critical. No wacky diets. Gotta eat carbs, gotta eat fat, gotta eat protein, gotta eat vegetables, gotta get omega-3s, gotta eat fish. All of that stuff to feel super optimal. And when you can make your body resilient and functional, and you're in a healthy state, you respond better to hangovers, you respond better to basically every insult you could think to do to yourself, and it is awesome. Okay? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope that made sense. Cortex stack right now, $33 at the website. Very powerful pre-made nootropic stack. Like, you got to try it if you haven't tried it. If you need a discount, I totally understand. That's why we have the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E, get you a bottle for $28. If you want a bottle for $25, just pull the trigger. You got to buy 2. It's the Cortex double stack. If you need my help to help you formulate stacks that will work well for you and get you on a schedule of 5 or 6 stacks that work, so you can save a couple years of experimentation, because I've been through this so many times, at this point thousands of times, finding stacks for folks. Get the Nootropics consulting service, $55 right now, worth your money, worth your time. Get it done. If you're new to nootropics, buy Smarter, Better, Faster or the Nootropics Starter Pack. And if you need to boost testosterone, very critical in the body resilience thing and in the energy dynamic, as well as having libido, sex drive, motivation, and energy when you wake up in the morning and kind of throughout the day, you got to boost your testosterone. We created a protocol for it. It's called the Viking Testosterone Protocol. You can buy that at livecortex.com. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.